Welcome to a little, quite old, and possibly forgotten arcade racing game that came out in 2017 that, yes, I do think is better than Dirt 5, when Dirt 5 was kind of... Dirt 5 to me kind of did feel a little bit like this. I sort of forgot about this game for a while, and then I just saw it again, just the box of it, and I thought, you know what, I've not played that for years. I'm going to give it another go. And I loved it. I really do. I've really enjoyed my time playing this game. I'm not going to say it's the best game I've ever played. It's not. It's far from. However, I'm not going to say it's a bad game in the slightest. This is quite a lot of fun. And like I said, I think this is better than Dirt 5. And like Dirt 5, I always thought it just felt like a Gravel 2, but done worse. Or if you're on the other side, then yeah, this is basically, if you've never played Dirt 5, it's a Marmite game. You either love it or you hate it. I hate it. Anyways, let's talk about Gravel. So, as you would probably guess from the name, it is a off-roady, rallying-esque type of game. Obviously, there sadly isn't any proper rallying in it, but there is time trial, so, close you're going to get. But you do get quite interesting, varied locations. So as you can see here, excuse me, you've got the woods of Alaska, you've got the beaches of Namibia, obviously Iceland, you've got the DLC, you've got wherever that is, it's just in the ocean somewhere, you've got the iron mines in the outbacks of Australia, the frozen peak Mount Blanc, if you really want to, the town of Arizona, you've got two stadiums, I think. Yep, two stadiums, Los Angeles from Florida. So I think it's really cool. And then not only that, you've got proper rallycross circuits, which I think is fantastic. You've got, I think that is France. That is, I think France again, I'm not too sure. I'm terrible with geography somehow. Latvia, which I think is really cool. Obviously, you've got Las Vegas. We've got Norway with Hell. Canada, San Luis or Argentina. Montenegro, Portugal, and obviously Germany. Proper rallycross circuit, which I think is fantastic. The fact we've got proper, like, the actual rallycross circuits. It's fantastic stuff. There's a fair... Whilst, yes, there's not the huge amount of areas. However, it's actually pretty damn varied for what you get. Well, like, the mines, it tends to be... Ooh, bloody hell. You've got nice, simple ones. Obviously, there's a figure of 8. You've got a little bit more complicated one. But it's really damn nice. We'll go to Namibia. Where should we... I feel like we'll do a point-to-point. That's the 8... Yeah, you know what? We'll go here. It's about 9 kilometres. Now, the car list in this game is quite good. You get a lot of variation. You get your proper rallycross cars, as you can see there. We've got trophy trucks. And then, some classic rally cars. We've got an Opel Astra 4S. I mean, that's already cool to... Not the Astra, but the fact that we've got one in the game, because it's a Vauxhall. Delta S4, the Toyota MR2. I've actually really liked the lights layout on that. The ECV Delta, and obviously we go over here, Porsche 911, Stratos, or 37, Renault 5, RS200, and obviously with the DLC to get the Porsche 959, and a hell of a lot in here, Celitas and Pretzers, Escorts, Euro 6s, Escort RS Cosworth, 124 Rally, Delta, Fortis RS, and yeah, even more classic rally cars, 124, 131, the classic Alpine GT86, Evo 10, okay, not classic, but by any stretch of the imagination, but you get the point. And we've got, some proper rally stuff. Mitsubishi Pajero, Suzuki Grand Vitara. It's not often you can say that A, you've got a Suzuki in the game, but B, that's a Grand Vitara. BMW X3, Toyota Land Cruiser, the Porsche Cayenne, whatever the hell that says, this thingy. Then just... Yeah, you get the point. The car list is actually really damn good. What I'm happy to see, VW Touareg. I don't think hasn't quite got. Let's go. Nah, that's close enough to like the VW logo. Renault Duster, if you really want. Yeah. So there you are. There's sort of the DLC. Yeah. So the car list, it's very damn good for what you get. It's a lot of variety within the game. There's sort of almost something for everyone. Yeah, sure. It's not like Dirt 1 where it's got the real trophy truck, like the proper lorries and things like that. You know, it's a little bit of a shame, but I think I've only seen one game with it, so you know, I'm really not going to complain. Yeah, sure, we'll stick on the Scott Parker livery. Why not? So obviously with the liveries, you probably saw on some of them, they do mimic the ones in real life, but obviously don't have quite as many decals for, I was assuming it would be licensing reasons and getting the proper sponsorships in the car in the game itself. So, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. However, a lot of them then have bull bars and things like that, which I think is quite cool. So yeah, the tuning in this game, you can actually tune quite a fair bit. You've got, obviously, you can tune the suspensions individually, or normally it's just suspension in one menu, but you could do quite a lot of stuff. It goes down from 0 all the way up to like 30, sometimes 40, depends on the tuning, obviously. But you could do quite a bit, you know, stiffness, the height, slow bump, fast bump, whatever the hell that means. Obviously, like, you know, the roll bar stiffness, you could do the same for the rear. The transmission and diffs, you know, it's horsepower preloading, brakes, you know, where the bias is, the intensity, even the handbrake intensity, you know, to depend on how quickly you want the rear wheels to lock, and then alignment, camber, and toe. So, you know, you could do quite a fair bit of stuff. I don't know how much it really changes the car. I've not experimented with it too much because I really don't know much about tuning, other than I just wing it and hope. Anyways, we'll kick off with some racing now, 6 minutes into the video. Right, okay, we're in neutral. Can I remember how to change up? Yes, I can. Right, so let's get into the proper stuff now, the handling of this game. How does this game feel like to drive? What are the physics? All that good stuff. It's good. It is really, really damn good. The handling it's pretty arcadey. You know, as I said in the past, as I said earlier on in the video, it is quite an arcadey game, but it's very fun arcadey. You can you can throw the cars around. You know, they've got quite a lot of grip. The back end though will step out. It's not like they just have infinite levels of grip. They, you know, if you are a bit of a tool with them, you can get them to step out. But it takes a lot to make them misbehave. Did I miss that checkpoint? Yes, I did. No, that's annoying. Oh well, is what it is. Restart. I've got the ARs on the hardest difficulty. I think the game can be a little bit, when it comes to the jumps, like with the flying and things like that, I think it can get a little bit on the whoops. I will admit, but I'm not gonna say it's horrific, because it's not. I've seen games handle flying, like, you know, landing jumps and whatnot, a hell of a lot worse. Dirt 5. But you know, it's still a good fun enough. There we go. Look at me being smart and avoiding the water. So yeah, we'll talk about the AIs. Oh god. I've got them on the hardest difficulty, and in some events they actually do put up quite a good challenge. In some of the other ones they are a little bit easy, I will admit. Like some of the rallycrosses are like where the AI are very strong. They can be very damn competitive with the rallycrossing. Stuff like this, they can be quite quick. Other times they can be they can be a little bit they can be quite easy to beat. But you know, that's just how it be sometimes. It's not like they're an absolute cakewalk or an insult. So I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to have to take it. Oh god. Oh dear. I've missed the checkpoint big time. Land it. No, I didn't land it. I've damaged the engine. Oh no. Oh dear. I should have just committed to the jump. That would have just, you know, it would have been a hell of a lot better than what I did there. But yeah, I will admit though the AIs can be a little bit on the skew when it comes to like giving you space and things like that. They don't really react to you all massively impressive. You know, they are pretty stubborn on their line and things like that. They can spin you out. Or if you try and go for a move up the inside, they might just turn into you and things like that. But I'm not going to say that they go out of their way to just ram you. They will make moves, they will go up the inside, go around the outside, obviously against AI, against other AIs as well. Oh, I think the broken engine's going to be playing havoc a little bit. Another thing I think is actually pretty cool, the different camera angles actually do change what sound you get. So obviously, you know, if we play like this, like how the Tuareg does sound different than when I was playing in here. Oh, not again. Oh dear. I apologise for those that are getting a little bit motion sick for being in the there. My steering's damn it. Oh, this has gone horrifically wrong for me and the Tuareg. Poor Tuareg. I've knackered the engine and the steering now. I don't know how hard it is to actually get the cars to total. Oh dear, I can feel the car. Yeah, the car pulls to the right very vigorously now. I've not totaled the car, but then again, I've not really tried to. But yeah, as you know, as you can clearly, as you can hear, you know, the car sounds change depending on... Oh dear. This has gone horrific. Oh well, I'm just explaining it to you, this one. I'm not too interested in this event. So yeah, you get the point. Oh, actually, even sounds different on bumper cam. That's pretty cool. So the other thing as well, I think is actually quite impressive, is the damage model. You know, I'm not going to say it's the most detailed. It's no BeamNG. However, barely anything is BeamNG, if anything, really. However, I'm not going to say that is just insultingly little. It's actually quite good. As you can see there on the Tuareg, I think even on the rear bumper a little bit, that's sort of caved in and buckled in. The front bumper, you know, as you can see in there, the bonnet and whatnot, that's sort of came, you know, it's sort of crumpled. I'm not paying attention. You know, that's sort of crumpled up and things like that. Obviously, you know, if we're going first person, you can see the bonnet in certain areas has started coming up and dipping in other parts. So yeah, honestly, the damage model pretty damn good. Yeah, I got last place big time there. That was an awful race by me. But yeah, I'm not interested. Go away. Obviously, this is like a proper like TV show and whatnot, like, you know, a racing channel. So here's what it is. So yeah, that's just a general sort of basis of the game. Like, you know, the AI's very good, still a bit, you know, a bit flawed. However, you know, I've seen much worse AIs. I think some of the Forza ones are a little bit whoa. They're not great. Sometimes they could be a bit naff. Especially Grid as well. Oh, God. So yeah, you know, AIs, they're not insultingly easy, but they don't just insult you by just backhanding you with just how fast they are. They can be a really good challenge in certain places. The events as well, the different areas, very you know, you've got many different environments. The routes are a lot of fun. I really do enjoy all of them. Proper stadiums and rallycross tracks, you know, it just adds a lot more to it. Now, I'll talk about the main campaign, if you will. It's quite simplistic. You know, it's a little bit cheesy with, like, these guys standing there, you know, look at me, I'm so cool. But, you know, it's just harmless, really. It's not harming anyone at all, and it's just a bit of fun. And it's not really the main focus. The main focus is just driving around. I will admit, though, there's not a lot in this game. You know, you can do racing, you could do time trial, and that's it, really. Yeah, it's simplistic, is what it is. I think it was this week here that I went on before. I've forgotten. Actually, no, sorry, it was here. Yeah. Whilst I still admit there is another event type which I'll show off to you here. I think we'll go in the Mitsubishi. Have we got any? Ooh, we do have the Advan one, Rally Art. Yep, we'll use you. Yeah. There are, like I said, there's not the hugest amount of variety. Like I said, point to point, circuit, rallycross. That's it. There's no, I'll admit, you know, Dirt 5 has more variety, like, you know, proper ice, ovals, and, well, I did say there was stadiums in this, so you could do the figure of eights, ovals in there. But, you know, there's no, like, rock crawling or the speed carts. I mean, yeah, sure, they don't drive fantastically, but there was something more there. However, the other sort of unique event to this game, if you will, is, I think, yes, it is this event here. So as you can see here, there's like little signals on there. If you drive through the green ones, you know, you're free to pass with no issues, but if you crash into the red ones, then your car will get stopped quite harshly, and things like that. But obviously, as you can see there, but obviously, you know, if you just try and be cheeky and go around it, you will be classed as miss a checkpoint, and, you know, you'll be respawned pretty quickly. I think you pretty much get respawned within a second. But, you know, it's still a pretty big time loss. Come on, there we go, and get that. And some of them, as you can see, that some of them, they are pretty obvious where they are located, so you can actually, you know, you've got a good amount of time to react. Some of them are a little bit more challenging, you know. And some of the ones that are, like, down a short straight where it's just the three, you know, you don't have a huge amount of time to react, but, you know what, you know, it adds something different. But one of the earlier ones you saw there, that was quite a pain in the arse, because it's just behind a completely blind corner, and then they just shove a little signal thing, and you've got to try and drive through the best of your ability. Let's see, is this going to be like it? Oh, yeah, we're fine. The cool thing about it is they are completely randomized. You can't just, you know, trial and error your way through to learn where all the green arrows are. They will randomly change after each attempt, which I think, you know, is pretty good. I do like that system. You know, it adds challenge, and it makes it a little bit more refreshing in terms of the route. You know, you're not just doing the same thing over and over again. In that regards, you've got to try. You know, you've got to try and react to the best of your capabilities, especially when you're trying to go as fast as possible. Oh dear, it does make the car wheelie, though. I will admit that when you drive over it, especially if it's just after a jump. I don't think I'm gonna quite go like first place here. Let's have a look. Hey, I managed to. Only just though. I think I was like a second ahead. You know what? Fine by me. Yeah, there you are. Ooh, 1 second. I'm almost exactly 1 second ahead. Right, okay. So, as you were seeing in that event, obviously there was a little ticker going on at the top that might annoy people. You know, just tallying up my skills and things like that. We'll go here. What do we fancy driving? You know what? We'll go in the X6 trophy truck. The only time I'll actually like the X6, because it doesn't look like one in the slightest. That is the way to level up. Obviously, you know, by doing drifting, jumping, going at high speeds, two-wheelsing, and, you know, chaining combos together. Also finishing events, and your difficulty gets you more XP. You know, just the usual stuff. And that's actually quite important to do, because as you have probably noticed in this game, there is no money involved whatsoever. There's no physical way for you to earn money in this game, so you only earn cars and liveries by leveling up. So it is worth. Oh, I think I hit the car too hard, and that cancelled out my combo. It's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. You know, so that is the only way to actually level up. So it is worth, you know, kicking the back end out and chaining these combos so that you can level up a little bit quicker. However, I will say, no, it is really not hard. How did that not count? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going right. I seem to be sort of gravitating towards this area. You know, it's not even that hard to level up. As you saw there, if you win a race, you get 100,000 XP, and you know you will always get 100,000 XP, no matter what. If you just win. And I think, like, you know, certain levels, if you win 3 races, you then level up. I think it's even quicker on lower levels, I believe. I can't remember. It's been quite a while since I've had to do that. But, you know, every single level, you pretty much unlock a new car to drive. And, of course, at the same time, you unlock liveries for cars as well. So, you know, it's just no harm, no foul, really. It's a nice little system. When it comes to the classes balancing, I mean, to be honest, all games are nowhere near balanced. Like, you know, you just look at Forza or even Gran Turismo. You know, some of those classes are just horrifically unbalanced. And with this game, I think there is possibly, like, you know, the meta. What some cars are just going to be a hell of a lot better to use than others. I don't think I've really seen a car that is just completely worthless to use. I think they've all been relatively good with each other. With that regards, we'll do one more race, I think as well what might help is even, like, you know, the Lancia Stratos, you wouldn't see that rallying with the RS200 whatsoever, not on, like, competitive levels, but I think they sort of bring those cars up a little bit to be more competitive within the class, sort of B or P it a little bit. Yeah, as you can see here, this is the Martini one, but it doesn't have Martini anywhere. But to be honest, you know, that's fine enough. It looks good enough, even without, like, the big liveries and things like that. You know, you get the general basis of the logos and things like that, which I think, you know what, it's fine enough, because I know, you know, licensing for the proper liveries and whatnot can be funny, and I think as well this was a low budget studio. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You know, it's good, simplistic, arcadey fun for a few amount of hours. Obviously, oh yeah, by the way, in case you are wondering about the start, I'm in manual. You do have to change up yourself. The game doesn't automatically do it for you at the start. Oh dear, I'm just being. I think my window's out. I've just been splashed with a hell of a lot of water. Is there a 4 200 here? Oh, yep, there is. Yeah, I don't know what the balancing is like properly. I think, obviously I'm just playing this in single player, so I could be hideously wrong. You know, the balancing could be just, like, this could be the most imbalanced game of all time, and honestly, I'd never would really know. But, I don't think it's that bad, the balancing. I feel like, oh god, no. There's the AI's ignorant, just there. Come on, I'm hoping for you to make a mistake now. God, I've been rammed up the arse, I think. Right, okay, come on, get up to speed. But yeah, there you are. This is just a quick look at what I think is the better Dirt 5. You know, if you want to play Dirt 5, don't bother. Play this instead, if you really ask me. You know, to summarise everything, fun arcadey handling model, physics that, you know, majoritively, it's actually quite a lot of fun, really a lot of fun. It can get, I think when the car's rolling or about to roll, it can be a little bit, it can get a bit wonky, but it's not the worst thing in the world. The AIs, good challenge, can be a good challenge at times. They are a little bit ignorant towards you in terms of, like, giving you room and things like that. However, they do also make mistakes. You know, they'll go wide, they'll go very sideways, lose a lot of time, they'll roll. So, you know, they're not just completely perfect. Damage model, pretty damn good. I don't know how how easy it is to make your car totaled, but you can damage the engine, you can damage the steering quite a bit. Wow, the car actually has been pretty damaged, buckled. It doesn't say I've hit that many people, but yeah, that's done quite a number on the car a little bit there. Ooh, God. Yeah, that's that. Oh dear. But yeah, it's just simple, good. You know, if you just need a couple of hours to pass the time, go right for it. It's just really good for that. Yeah, just good fun. Boot up a race, have a little bit of fun. The main campaign, you know, it is very simplistic, and it's not particularly long either. But you know, it's. I've already said it enough times. However, I'm gonna have to call it there for a video. Do hope you enjoyed. All feedback is appreciated. I've got a Discord, which is in the description. Feel free to join. However, that's it from me. Take care, and ciao for now.